cheering each little leaguer, an eager fever. You'll see a home run with loaded bases. We're going places in Little League.
I'm Mark Bianchini. I've been a Hammonton Little League board member for 30 years plus. Al Molnar, who's the first name on our Wall of Fame, him and I believe John Rodeo and two other gentlemen, at this time I can't remember their names, took a ride to Williamsport and checked out the Little League field and came down here and went to the town asking for some property down here that they wanted to start a Little League in Hammonton. And so they got the dimensions of the field. And this field right out here, outside this press box, is the first chartered Little League field in the state of New Jersey outside of Pennsylvania. So there is a history there with this field.
My name's Brandon Watson. I'm the current president of Hammonton Little League. 1949 was the first year that they actually called it the Little League World Series. So we're really the first team to really win the Little League World Series. They had championships before, but until 1949, you know, it wasn't called the Little League World Series.
It was real big for the town of Hammonton, as you can see back here, all the history, which people from Williamsport got this for us.
And again, 75 champions, and we're one of them. So it's quite an accomplishment for us.
Say, there's quite a Hammonton contingent in the stands rooting for the big pitcher. Still ahead of the batter, he delivers. Ball 2-2. Say, for just a big gangling kid, he's got control. I got news for you, you're out.
The pitcher of our 49 team at that time was Joe DiGiacomo, and he was close to 6 foot. He threw very hard, and back then, it was, to my understanding, it was the mound was 40 feet from the plate, and since he threw so hard and people were having trouble hitting on him, they moved the distance back to 46 feet, which it is today. There's a story about Otha Crowder at the time. He was black, and there was a big issue with prejudice against blacks at that time. And I do recall they had to call the hotel if they will accept him, and the team wasn't coming without him.
Our 12-year-old boys All-Stars, which is the one that ends up going to the World Series, they made it pretty far last year. They won District 16, which is the district we participate in. It was the first time in about 14 to 15 years we won that as 12-year-olds. They went on the sections and they beat Haddonfield in their throwing game to win the Section 4 finals, and they advanced to the states, which is a huge accomplishment. It's really, really difficult now because the Little League in general has grown so large.
You know, you start here, you go to districts, and from here you go to sections, and from sections you go to states. Once you go to states, then you go to regions, and then you get through the regions, then you're qualified for the World Series. Hammonton's a sports town, and baseball's a big part of the sports. I mean, a lot of people talk about football all the time, but baseball's also a big thing. And the history of Hammonton Little League's been around so long, and we have a strong history with baseball, with Little League. We started in 47, and 49 we won the World Series. So there's a strong history there.
See, our Little League's different than most. We have a strong history, very supportive from the town. And I think that, like, we're kind of a staple in the town. The Hammonton Little League goes hand in hand with Hammonton, just like blueberries go hand in hand with Hammonton.
And that's why I still feel today, Little League and baseball in Hammonton is why it still stays as strong as it is.